Hello and welcome to another vid. Today I'll be touching down on a little topic. If you haven't already guessed from the title of this video, I will be doing a deep dive on fandoms and problems it's been causing in the media based on recent communities and drama. This intro sets the stage for a critical but personal breakdown of how fandom culture has evolved, why it matters, and how it affects digital spaces today. Part 1. Definition. I think I define a fandom as a collective of people who share an interest, either it being a show, an art piece, or a movie, among other things. Now, the definition given by Google is relatively the same as mine. The fans of a particular person, team, fictional series, etc. Regarded collectively as a community or subculture. This section gives viewers or the people watching this video a baseline understanding, grounding the rest of the discussion in a more personal definition and a proper one. So basically, it helps you guys to understand more of what I'm talking about. All right. Part 2. Appearance of fandoms, or basically the history of fandoms. Their early origins, they date all the way back to the 1800s to early 1900s. Sherlock Holmes, 1890s, is often considered the first modern fandom. Birth of modern fandom culture, 1930s to 1950s. Science fiction fans in the 1930s formed the first official fan conventions and fan clubs. Fandom boom, 1960s to 1980s. Star Trek, 1966 created the first huge worldwide fandom. The internet era, 1990s to 2000. This is the turning point. The rise of web-created forums, message boards, fan sites, and early social media. Fandoms like Harry Potter, anime, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, WWE, gaming, etc. built massive online communities. Modern social media fandoms, 2000s to the present. Now fandoms are everywhere. Twitter, X, TikTok, Reddit communities, Discord servers. This historical timeline clarifies how fandoms went into from new niche groups to global digital communities. Backstory. My personal experience. Basically, over the century, people have gained platforms on which to interact with each other, sharing ideas, theories, writing their own twists, and much more on a larger scale. I remember way back when, if you played the hit game FNAF, you were very popular and very known due to how popular it was at that time. In hopes of becoming popular, I tried to join a group of other students who were very enthusiastic about FNAF. This group of students, right, loved making theories, connecting dots, and reviewing each other's FNAF gameplay. I didn't have friends from which I remember, but I was a very social person. Basically, I was regarded as a social butterfly. I tried to interact with every group of people I met, and I found this specific group very exciting. The things they talked about, the way they interacted with each other was very. So I tried joining them, but it was a complete bust due to the fact that I didn't know a single thing about FNAF, especially when they questioned my knowledge. I became very embarrassed. But that was my first interaction with a fandom, a group of people who were very, very fascinated with um with a piece of fiction. Ever since that day, I've been very in tune with fandom and pieces of fiction I was drawn to. This shows how fandoms can be both welcoming and intimidating, shaping how people enter communities. And looking back at it now, that experience was only the beginning. After that day, I became way more aware of how different fandoms behave, how they grow, and how they treat people. Each new fandom I interacted with showed me something different. Some were extremely welcoming, excited to help fans catch up, while others acted like you needed a PhD in the lore to join the conversation. I noticed patterns too. Some fandoms felt like families, where people hyped each other's fan art, laughed over theories, or stayed up late discussing new episodes. Others felt closed off, like they only wanted people who had been there since day one. Sometimes it wasn't even about the show or the game itself, it was about the culture that formed around it. And the more fandoms I explore, the more I realize something important. People just don't join fandoms because they like the media. They join because they want to feel connected, understood, and seen. For a lot of people, fandoms become a comfort zone, a place where they can express themselves through art, humor, edits, theories, or just vibing with others. That is, but that same desire for connection can also cause and create insecurity, competition, and gatekeeping. You start seeing things like who knows the most, who's a real fan, who's allowed to have an opinion. That first FNAF moment showed me both sides, the excitement of the community and the fear of not fitting in. And over the years, watching fandoms rise and fall, grow and collapse, become wholesome or become toxic, it made me understand how powerful these communities are in shaping the way people interact, form friendships, and even see themselves. Benefits of fandoms. Number one, communities. Fandoms allow people to interact with each other on a very large scale, especially in today's age with all these social media sites and apps. Examples are TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, and Discord. One while accessing these apps has a power to join groups that share the same love for the thing they love, allowing friendships to be made and interactions to be ignited. This may be the biggest benefit of a fandom. Two, friendly debate slash banter. Fandoms have allowed people to have friendly debates slash banter, allowing people to share their opinions on specific topics without arguments. As both just know they have the same passions but in a different light, allowing them to have peaceful talks. Fandoms in general. Since forever, fandoms have been social hubs, allowing people to make connections, uplift people in harsh times, allow people to have unique identities, and allow people to be creative and express themselves, as well as help people build new skills, let it be arts, editing, marketing, promoting, etc. 4. Cultural impact. Perhaps the most important thing. Fandoms shape industries, support creators, and massively boost the popularity of shows. Here are some examples. Preserved exactly. Number 1. Star Trek. 1996. Sherlock. Supernatural, a show that has 15 seasons, due to the help of its fandom that kept it alive. Stranger Things, a show built on nostalgia, due to the fact that it has many key, feelings from the 1980s. Attack on Titan, the twists, the plots, the edits, the theories. Game of Thrones. This fandom has literally, it's so peak. This show is just peak by itself. It's number one for a reason. Rick and Morty, The Mandalorian, Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead, My Hero Academia, Euphoria, One Piece, Squid Game, The Office. Now, most recently, it's not most recently, but I want to expand on this show a little bit later. Legends of Timberlane Heights. These examples emphasize how fandoms can literally keep entire franchises alive. Okay, now the next part is the downfall of fandoms. Nowadays, fandoms aren't the same as they used to be. They're breaking apart, losing core values, and becoming more toxic. Number one, stan culture. Stan culture, especially in K-pop, can be hostile, defensive, aggressive, obsessive, intimidating to new fans, basically. Number two, constant online drama. Fandoms shifted from banter to complete on war. Having opinions now gets labeled as hate. Number three, slap content, maybe one of the worst. But it's not that. You know, you can explain or can say that tweeting, reposting, and low effort content oversaturate fandoms and kill originality. Okay? Something I've been seeing nowadays is every time a show becomes popular, people do what they always do. Never original content. They tween the character with them bouncing up and down. Now, I'm not saying this is bad, but something new would be so appreciated. It is the lack of creativity that are killing shows. A good example is Legends of Timberlane Heights. To give some insight, Legends of Timberlane Heights is an adult animated sitcom that aired on Comedy Central from 2016 to 2017, focusing on three high school basketball benchwarmers navigating life and their dreams of greatness. Legends of Timberlane Heights failed mainly because the humor didn't connect with a wide audience. Critics gave it weak reviews and never built a strong fan base, and it was hit with controversy after an old Kobe Bryant helicopter scene resurfaced. Combined with heavy competition on Comedy Central, the show couldn't maintain enough support to continue. Now, the show surfaced on TikTok, becoming a viral hit with many iconic lines such as, "If you haven't seen Legends of Timberlane Heights, where the fuck you been? When you go at me, and fucking like everybody." Now, in my opinion, this sentence has become very oversaturated and very overrated. The show has many great characters and lines, but it seems Milk has become the most popular one with his iconic line. That aside, the show is very great with extremely advanced humor, maybe too advanced for 2016, and great character depth. Every character has aspirations and dreams that is a big part of their character. Soon after releasing its gates to the TikTok For You page, it was well received with millions of views and thousands of likes. But you could see the cracks in the newly built fandom. The show had a boost in popularity with new fans who, as I said before, received the show extremely well. But I also said there were cracks starting to form. A new hashtag was starting to trend. Hashtag those people, referring to white people and their form of twists on popular shows when they start to become popular on TikTok. Mainly being tweening and shipping. More on this later. And as the show started reaching hashtag those people, interest in the show began fading. People who were once very excited to talk about this new show started to migrate. Okay? At the same time, tweening videos started to appear. The clips of the show, which originally would get thousands of likes and millions of views, started to get lesser views and likes, making people completely disassociate from the fandom. I don't think they did much wrong, but they could have approached the show very differently, with a more original approach. But the show still got its boost in popularity. In conclusion, I think originality should be focused on more when approaching a new fandom, as you may risk gentrifying something culturally relatable. The show has a great way of showing this in Season 2, Episode 1, The G Word. they talk about gentrification and how gentrification has and starting to become a really widespread problem in media. This section illustrates how algorithm-driven content trends can inflate hype but destroy longevity. Number four, shipping. This might as well be the biggest problem. Shipping. Definition. Shipping comes from the word relationship. In online slang, shipping means hoping two people become a couple, whether they're celebrities, characters from a show, or even two friends you know. Shipping has been a very recurrent problem in communities, and a lot of people like to ship. While also a lot of people dislike it due to its mediocrity and tastelessness. In my opinion, I think shipping should only happen when two people have a lot of chemistry and not just they look good together. That's a fetish. Most people disrespect a character's identity, character value, and ethics by shipping them with someone they have no chemistry with. One such example is Byler. Byler is just homewrecking. Shipping someone's boyfriend with their brother is insane. Malevolent would not have been built for over 4 seasons just for Byler to happen in volume 2 of season 5. It's too late for Byler. Now shipping is hated due to the fact that it's in every fandom. It's basically replaced all the friendly banter, all the progressive talks about a show, all the core values of a show has now been replaced by shipping. Shipping itself is not bad, but the excessive shipping is the bad thing. Instead of nowadays talking about someone's character that they like, a character they like, or something they don't like about a character, they talk about which characters look good together. It really diminishes a character's value if you only think about shipping them, right? Most people nowadays join fandoms just to ship. A perfect example is MHA, My Hero Academia, which was its whole fandom was completely ruined by shipping. Like the ships were so mediocre, so tasteless. Like they weren't even focusing on the story; it was just shipping. And there's so much underage shipping. You'll see a character being shipped with someone that they're older than with. Like that's actually very, you know, that's a fetish. It's not even funny. Now, number five, gatekeeping. Nowadays, if a new fan will be detected, will be hated on just because they joined a show too soon or too early. I mean, too late. I mean, okay. They'll say things like, "You're not a real fan. You joined too late. You don't know enough." This pushes new fans away. Number six, content fatigue. When a show has too many spin-offs and low quality content, it kills interests. Number seven, creator burnout or bad decisions. Number eight, over monetization. Number nine, social media overexposure. Number 10, lack of privacy or parasocial behavior. Number 11, fandom burnout. All in all, my conclusion is this is my opinion on fandoms and how I've been viewing them as of late. Some of the things I used to love about fandoms have now been replaced or completely erased. People overuse phrases like this is such a non-issue or it's not that deep. If you're joining a fandom, it is that deep. If you don't think it's that deep, why interact with the person or the whole fandom itself? It's better to keep your hateful comments to yourself and stop the spread of negativity. That's my what I wanted to say about this specific topic. If you watched the video up to here or so far and liked what I talked about and you think you've gotten insights on fandoms and how they're slowly like starting to break apart, please make sure to like and subscribe. And all I want to say is thanks for watching.